Good evening, everybody. Hi. How was everybody tonight? I have got some cute stuff that I am going to be doing tonight. I absolutely love Valentine's Day, and so I thought I would start a little bit early this year with everything going on, and I just thought we could all use some uplift, love in the air types projects and stuff. So I'm happy to be here tonight. How are all of you doing? I am so sorry I was not able to come on to my usual time, which was last night. I was all prepared and ready to come on, and then I was just not feeling up to it. Anyway, enough about that. I am here now, and let's go ahead and get started. I just want to remind everybody that I so much appreciate you coming on with me. My name is Terry Brummagem, and I am with Crafts a Latte. I absolutely love coming on and engaging with all of you and giving you inspiration, and I absolutely love learning from all of you as well. So if you ever want to share what you are doing as well, that's part of the reasons that I love coming on and different stuff. So you'll have to tell me if you send out Valentine's cards. You know, sometimes Valentine's Day doesn't have to be your traditional red, white, and black or the traditional sayings, but I absolutely kind of fell in love with this polka dot paper, and I do have some future projects coming up that are going to not be your traditional red, white, and black. So yeah, you guys will have to tell me what you think about this, and I'll kind of walk you through how I did it and some different things as I go. So, well, hello, Debbie, and hello, Madison. Thank you for joining. And as a reminder, for anyone who likes, comments, and shares, you might be the lucky one who will get some happy mail in the mail. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and start with the box. This is a really cute box. I actually wanted to show you guys. I actually did this last year for my Valentine's Day bingo, and I wanted to show you how fun and easy they are to do, and also to show you how different they can look just by changing up the paper and some of the product. So you guys will have to kind of tell me which one you like better, the left or the right. So my left is the Blushing Bride and the Real Red, or do you like the polka dot one better? The reason I'm asking you is I actually still have some kits from last year. So if anyone is interested in some of the things that I show at the very end, I'm going to be showing you some leftover projects that I have from last year. And I still have some of the paper. And so the kits would only be able to be while supplies last, because that paper is no longer available. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, you were there last year, and yes, and it was a fun bingo, and yeah, we had some fun making these projects. So I have to tell you a funny little thing though. While I was making the box, anytime you're making boxes, it's much easier to put something inside of them so that when you're gluing and tying ribbon, then you want it to be sturdier. Well, normally I would demonstrate all the different fun chocolates that you can put in your treat boxes and bags and different things, but everybody knows that I am trying very hard to be a new me and shed some of the pounds. And so to have chocolate in my house, who can agree? I mean, it's tempting. So hence I used my blocks instead of chocolate. Okay, so I'm sure you normally, but you know what? This would actually be a nice gift for somebody that crafts too. Maybe they can't have chocolate either, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and show you how I did this, okay? Let's see, Deb, both are cute, but I love the right and the polka dots. Yes. So I'll be showing you this new designer series paper that's in the new mini catalog, and how it's got roses, and I could have colored roses, but I was like, you know, this is a treat box. It's not like a card that they're going to be keeping, right? So I didn't want to go through the trouble of coloring, so I thought that the polka dots, yes, were very cute. So let me go ahead and show you how I did this. So I love putting my kits and my projects in these wonderful see-through containers. People ask me all the time where I get some of my organizing stuff, and I get this through Stampin' Storage. I love these. I put my paper packs in them, and as you can see, I try to keep everything together and organized, and so that's what that is. So another tip I want to show you guys is I always, when I am playing around and designing boxes based off of different sizes, I take my scrap paper, especially since we no longer have Whisper White, but hallelujah, we have basic white in stock. So I was getting a little nervous. I was like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna do my bases, you know, my sentiment stuff? Well, it's back in stock, but I just use plain old, you know, to be honest, this is like a craft store's paper, and it is such a big difference. Sonia, the right, love polka dots. Well, oh, good, I'm glad that you like it. So yeah, I always keep my templates, and I'm going to show you why. As many times as I've made this box, I always like to keep a template. And remember, go to craftsalate.com. That's where you will find all of my measurements for the products tonight so that we can kind of speed along. So we're going to go ahead and do the base first. This is the Real Red. Well, hi, Deborah. Good to see you too. So how I did this is I'm just going to tell you, if anyone wants to know the difference between cutting and scoring, I try to follow along with the comments, but otherwise I'm just going to go for it unless you want me to show you on the trimmer how I score. So we're going to start with a 9 1/4 by 4, and then I scored at, see, where's my notes? Even though it's going to be on the, so I scored at, let's see, 3 1/4 and, yes, 3 1/4 and 3 1/4. Okay, so I scored there. So let's go ahead and take the bone folder. Do you know, everybody must be watching my videos in the entire Stampin' Up! Industry, because lo and behold, the bone folder went on back order, because I always tell everybody, you know, in your starter kits, which I'm going to be explaining some things that I think are important to have in a starter kit. This is one of them, and we could not get them. And so now, from my understanding, they're back. So yeah, that's a must in my opinion. So the reason I say to always have this on hand is sometimes, like myself tonight, then you get to talking and you don't know where you're cutting. Oh, hi, Amanda. Love your Valentine's cards. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So what I do is I just kind of do an eyeball. And okay, so I know that I have to cut at both of the score lines, and I'm not cutting it off. I am simply just cutting up on the score line to that next score line, and then I bend it to make sure that I know that I've done that, and then I'm just going to flip it and do the same thing on the other side, like so. Okay, and then again, I bend it. You don't have to. I just do that to make sure. And then that's how easy it is to do your base. Okay, and then we're just going to glue it like so. Something to remember when you're doing that, you want your flaps to be going the same way. So I'm going to make this my front and make sure that my flaps are going that way. But before I do that, I am going to go ahead and take our designer series paper. This is that really pretty True Love new designer series paper in the new mini catalog. If you want me to show it to you, I can. But if you've been watching my videos or any of the replays, then you've seen it, but I'm always happy to show everybody the packs. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring this down and center it. I'm not taking it all the way to the top because the lid is going to be covering that. Okay, so again, we want these to be the outside flaps. So I'm going to make sure that I put my seal along here. And this is the Stampin' Seal Plus, so I am comfortable in just using this. Sometimes I'll use the Stampin' Seal. You can use your liquid glue, that's fine too. But I find that this works well. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring it up like so and just kind of form it like so. And then just make sure to hold your ends. Okay. And then a trick that I like to do is take that bone folder and just press on that to make sure that it stays real tight. Let's go ahead and flip it and do the other side. Oh, I still have mine from last year. Oh, this one, Abby. Oh, I love that you saved them. Oops, I just turned off one of my lights. Okay, so there is our base. Now let's go ahead and do our top. So again, the measurements will be on my website, but I did cut it at 4 1/4 by 2 5/8, and then I scored it at 7/8 all the way around. Let's go ahead, figure out where I cut it. And sometimes, you know, we end up cutting off the squares. So that's why I like to have a template, just to make sure that I don't cut off the wrong part, because then I'll end up having to use more paper. But I'm going to show you another reason why tonight. You save every single scrap you have. Now, on the lid, I am going to do something a little different. So here where I have cut on the score line up to that score line, I'm just going to take a little bit off of each edge. It makes folding easier. Okay, so let's go ahead. You can do that while you're cutting it, but I just wanted to make sure, and it doesn't matter if you cut too much or too little. It doesn't have to be straight. It's just a matter of cutting it down so that the leverage is there. Okay, and then let's go ahead and take the bone folder and press those sides down like so. Okay. So does anybody have any New Year's resolutions? Do you believe in New Year's resolutions? Okay. So I'm going to try to talk to you and talk my directions as I go here. So again, same thing with the box. We want to make sure that when we do the lid, that we bring it down and that the flap faces towards the other one. Okay. So I'm going to just put the adhesive on this square here, and same on the other side. And I should have my grid paper underneath. That's fine. So again, I'm folding in so that this is going to be facing that way, and you just want your corners to match up best you can. Okay. Same with this way. Make sure that it faces the same way, okay? And then you can take your bone folder and do the same thing like we did, okay? Like so. And then I don't have my candy like I said earlier, so I'm just putting my blocks in there as a basis to hold my box. Look how easy that is. All right, so now let me go ahead and show you some stamping. So the set that I'm using tonight is a carryover from last year. One of the reasons why I'm using this one is because you know I'm all about trying to save a buck, and I really like this set, as well as one that I'm going to be showing later in the week called the Meant to Be. And so I try to utilize, if something carries over, let's try to utilize it. And then if there's something new, then we can do that too. But I always try to show you new stuff with old products, so to speak, if it's not retired. So with that being said, you can use any of the hearts that you want. And this is a bundle, whoops, wrong one, that has the heart punches, okay? One is a regular heart and one is a scallop. Oh, hi, Carol. Hi, Mama. Oh, you like the polka dots too. Yay. That's been pretty popular. So this is a bundle. And so I could have shown some projects that have die cuts, but some of you may not have the die cut machine yet. So I always try to start my projects with either beginner level, and then you build up to punches, and then you can build up to dies. So this is a great combo, and I'm going to show you why. Okay. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is let's go ahead and stamp. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Happy Valentine's Day one, okay? Because I don't want it to be too busy. So I'm going to go ahead, and I did real red on here, and then we're going to punch it out with the black. So let's go ahead and bring in our real red. So does everybody like doing the typical red for Valentine's Day, or do you like to bring in different colors, or how do you guys like to do it? I already stamped one there, but you know, I'm going to be showing a video how to re-ink your pads with your inkers, because I can tell that after doing all my Christmas cards and all my special orders that I definitely can tell that I am going to be needing to redo that. While I have this red out, I'm going to go ahead and do this saying here, and it says being friends is better than eating candy. But let's do that too, right? So let's go ahead and take that stamp, and that one is right here. And so I love that the photopolymer stamps, that you can see what you're doing, because it can sometimes be a challenge when you're in the camera. And I'm going to give it my best shot, and we'll see. I have a long strip here for that purpose. Well, you can't get much better than that, so praise God in all things. Tonight's going pretty good. All right, so then what I did is, it's important to me to make sure that I clean my stamps. This is one of the other things that when people are asking me what they should get in the new product for themselves that they get to pick out when you join my team, you know, you get that $125 worth of stuff that you get to only pay $99, and then that good special where you get all that paper pack. That's a sneak peek of what's going to be coming in the new catalog. Well, this Simply Chamois is one of those. I could not live without that. So let's go ahead and take the regular punch first. And I think I like this red first. And so we've stamped it, and then you're just going to center it best that you can. Pop it out like so. So that is done. Let's get rid of that punch. And then we have our basic black. That's another staple that I would suggest having is definitely your white, your basic white paper pack. And then depending on the time of year, you don't have to have the black starting out, but it's definitely a good one to have on hand when you get to that level. So then what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and let's get the glue dots. And you know that I like to lift my projects. So I'm going to go ahead. There's a couple of different sizes that we're going to be using tonight. So we have our Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, I should have some started. These are the black ones. Let's use these ones first. So another tool that I love is my pick tool. So I'm going to go ahead and put one on the left, the right, and the bottom. While I'm here, let's go ahead and do the same thing to the basic black heart. Okay, then let's move this out of the way. Then I'm going to go ahead and not take these stickies off yet, because I'm going to put these on first. What I love about the pick tool is you can also use it to take your stickies off. And now that I say that, and it's a great way to make sure they're all off, to pick up these little things, because sooner or later, all of these will be in your vacuum. Did all of you see my post about I have so much that I need to make some money back, and instead of selling my craft supplies, I'll sell my vacuum, my broom, right? So yeah, that's kind of what that relates to, because these will get everywhere if you don't control them. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in roughly down here a little bit. And let's go ahead and show you a trick that I did here. I actually got this idea from my upline, Lori Heiling. Let me see, where's my regular scissors? Oh, there they are. I don't want to use my ribbon shears. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a straight line there. And you know what? I just realized I should not have cut so much of that white off. I actually think I'm going to let me go ahead and get my grid in here, because I liked that it almost looks kind of like a handle and then I could tell that I didn't leave enough room here to add that black dot. So let's go ahead. I could just use this, put it flat, and that would be perfectly fine. and lifted, but I want to go ahead. Let me bring my grid paper in here so that I can go ahead and make it a little bit longer. And let me do a screen sheet here. So let me go ahead and get this stamp just real quick back in here. And I need to make sure to leave myself some room. And then we can decide which one we like better. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this, make sure I'm in the camera. So I am going to leave myself a little bit. And I think that's upside down, but that's fine because it's, okay, perfect. So in my directions, I will make sure to put in there to leave yourself a little bit of room so that you can add these new cute little black dots. Okay. Let's go ahead and, oh, that looks about straight there. Okay, perfect. So what I wanted to show you is you take your bone folder and you're going to kind of curl it up, and then you're going to kind of curl it up this way. So you want it to look a little bit curved, and then once you get it curved up this way, you can curl it up and down as much as you want, but it's just kind of giving it like a flexibility of a fold, if that makes sense. So I see that I kind of want to have this one be straighter, and then you're just kind of moving it however you want, and that looks great. So that's the old one. Let's go ahead and bring this one back in. And then what I did is I did go ahead and pop them up on the dimensionals. So let's turn that over. Get the pick tool here again. Put the bone folder back. Use this next time. So do any of you have kids that you are going to be making Valentines for? I know that some of the schools have gone back live, so they're going to be able to hand out treats again, but it's heartbreaking that these kids aren't getting to experience some of the stuff that's so important. But I know that my niece was just here for Christmas, and she was pretty upset that they weren't back yet, but she's going to actually start doing paper pumpkin with us because she did paper pumpkin while she was here. And it is absolutely amazing how much these kids are so talented. I was fortunate that we were raised in a creative family, and so then of course my daughters have, picked that up, and my nieces and nephews. It is so fun to see how creative, and that they teach us such amazing things. And so to see how excited she was on New Year's making that paper pumpkin, we're making sure that she gets to have her own monthly subscription. So if you have any questions about the paper pumpkin, it's a monthly subscription. And I want to show you real quick the dots that I'm using here. These are also in the new mini catalog. They're matte black dots. I have been waiting for black dots for I don't know how long. But I have colored some of the dots that we've had, because you can make them different colors. But I'm going to go ahead, I like to do things in odd numbers, so let's go ahead and put that there. So we are almost done with this cute little box, and there's so many fun Valentine's treats that are so fun to put in boxes. And last year we had the marshmallow hearts in here, the Reese's cup ones. Let's see what else. I made quite a few projects last year that had different treats, which is why I was going through my stash this weekend, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have a lot of stuff left still that I can show you guys. And if anyone likes the layout of it, then all we do is change the paper once we run out of the paper. So there we have it. You can fiddle with bows forever and a day until you think it's perfect. What I do like to do sometimes is sometimes I like to have it off to the side a little bit. You can do it straight. You can put a glue dot down. So there's our first project. What do you guys think? Pretty fun. I probably should take my blocks out of here before I forget, because I feel like I'm losing my mind sometimes when I'm trying to find my craft supplies, right? I'm sure you guys can relate to that. All right. Did you guys happen to see this fun little guy? So do not let this intimidate you, but I do think that I need your opinion, okay? Oh, thanks, Debbie. I'm glad you like it. I need your opinion. Okay, so when I was designing this card, I actually got the idea. My upline, Lori Heiling, she did this, and she did it on a candy bar wrapper, which you guys have seen me do before. Let's see, I think I may have one here. Well, actually, I'm reluctant to show it because of gifting, but this is just wrapping candy bars or other surprises that might be in here, and then you pull it out, and these are sunflower kernels, okay? So when my upline Lori did it, she actually decorated a candy bar, okay? And so I thought it would be fun to do it on a card and have it match because they're already going to be getting chocolate in the box, and so I thought it would be fun so that hopefully they would keep it. Chris, thanks for the reminder of the chocolate bar cards. Love them. Oh, you're so welcome. So yeah, so I came up with this, and there's a couple of reasons why that I'll explain as I go. But there's a couple of things I might be changing up, which is why I needed your opinion as we go. So how we did the candy bar is, hopefully you can see, maybe if I turn it up this way, it is layered. So we have dimensionals on the little one, the next size up, instead of just gluing it down flat. So what I'm thinking is I want to see if maybe that's too thick and just pop it up once and glue this down straight on there. So let's play it by ear. And I kind of did it ahead of time because I don't want you to sit here and watch me do 11 of them. So what I decided to do is you're going to go ahead and start. Let me get my pieces over here, okay, because I tried doing a lot of it ahead of time for us, okay. So we're going to go ahead and do the candy bar first, and this is Early Espresso 4.5 by 2.25. Then you are going to make 11 of these little guys here, and they are 1 inch by 5/8 of an inch. And then I added 2 of the mini dimensionals on either side. Okay, so this is my question. If I should go ahead then, whoops, here's the 11th one. Okay, so then I have a baggie to keep them separated. I switched mine up a little bit. I wanted it to have more of an edge, so I kept these separate. So these are 7/8 of an inch by 1/2 of an inch. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna layer it like so, okay? So you have the littler one on the bigger guy. So my question to you is, should I continue to do the double dimensionals or should I do it flat? So while you guys are helping me to decide which one to do, so it would essentially look like this, okay? So it would still be lifted, but not just lifted so much because these have tendencies of moving a little bit. So I'm wondering if it might be enough to just do it singly. So you guys will have to help me figure that out. But while we're deciding what we should do, another reason why this heart scalloped punch is a huge asset, and I try to use the same product, is if you've noticed somebody got into the candy bar and took a bite out, well, we got to do the same thing over here. So don't do what I did the first time and put it in the middle like so, because then you're going to have this little divot here. So you just kind of come in, there's no right or wrong. You just punch out some of the end like so. That's not a big enough bite mark, I don't think. Let's see. Let's take a little bit more out. You can take as big or as little as you want. You just have to make sure that all 11 are still going to fit. Okay? So there we have that. So again, I need you guys to help me decide if I want to go ahead and do a double dimensional layer or just have one and put it flat on there. So while we're deciding that, let's go ahead and build the base of the card, and I'll look at the comments to see what you guys say. So we have basic black, okay? And then 5 1/4 by 4 for our real red layer. And then I'm going to use, I'm waiting for my shipment to come that has my stamp and seal, because I'm using my stamp and seal plus on projects that I don't need to stick that. You know, just for a card, you probably want to just stick with your stamp and seal or your liquid glue, whichever one you have a preference for. Okay, so there we have that. Then let's go ahead and take our 5 by 3 3/4. Now, I could show you, this is going to be a beautiful card, this reverse side of this designer series paper. And it was hard to cover this up, but it is going to be so pretty to color this in whatever colors you want. With the blender pens, you saw me do Gorgeous Grape or Highland Heather on a card last week. But to be able to color this whole thing in, but I just didn't think it looked very good with the candy bar. I thought it clashed. So we need something a little bit more fun for that. So let's go ahead and glue that down as well. Okay. Have any of you started working on your Valentine's cards yet? I know that with shipping, I'm trying to get mine done as soon as possible so that I can send it to those that are long distance, right? So since we're still deciding on what we need to do, I need you guys to help me out here. Should I double layer it or just do it flat, or maybe I should just go for it? But in the meantime, let's go ahead and we can do the inside. And so how I did the inside is it says a little treat for you. And so out of this new set that I'm going to be coming on, and it's also on my blog, what I would suggest getting for joining my team, the $125 that you get. So I wanted to try to pick a bundle that I thought would be able to be used many times, and we can never guess what's going to carry over to the annual catalog, but I would be really surprised if this did not carry over, because we have not had an oval punch for as long as I can remember. So this is a great set, oval occasions, because you've got your 2 punches of the oval, and then all occasion sayings. Welcome, little one. Happy birthday. Thank you. So I thought that this was a great set. So what I did is I took real red, and we're going to go ahead and do the hearts down here. Okay. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. You know me, I can't stand my messes. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in the scrap paper. I'll just use one of these. This is another thing that I use my see-through envelopes for. Oh, Carol, go flat. Thank you. We're going to try that. And so I liked, these are what I use. I save these because as soon as we put the sticker, so here's your rubber stamps, and then they come with the label not on them. So this is the sheet they're on. So I save these. They're great for situations like this where I just want to stamp and I don't want to bring my whole grid paper in. Or if I'm using liquid glue and I don't want to get it on my workspace. So like I said, you don't want to throw anything away. There's always use for it. So I'm just going to come in and I'm just doing a continued border, and I am doing it upside down off of my camera, so I may have some oopas, but that's all right. I can come in and use my lifter for that. Or I can put something on it. Or, you know what, I just realized I don't even like that it's not very dark, so I'll just turn it over. So let me get some more. Like I said, I definitely need to get a re-inker on here. So let's go ahead, and you do not want to shake because I can tell that my pad needs to be refilled. So I have to remind myself too not to shake it, but just press down so that I don't get those lines. Perfect. Love how that turned out. So then let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and out of that set, a little treat for you. And I use the Memento Tuxedo Black ink for that because I'm trying to bring in the red and the black. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this in the center, like so. Perfect. And clean that up and put that back. And let's go ahead and put that over to be cleaned. All right. And then we still have, let's go ahead and add the red heart to this while we're here. We're going to go ahead. These are new in the new catalog. These are from the Snail Mail Suite. I have not gotten it, but oh my goodness, after seeing it over and over, I'm like, uh-oh, I may have to get that. And these just fit perfectly right here. And then we're going to be putting them on our hearts in the front there too. So I'm going to leave these out over here. So we are ready to go ahead and put the inside together. And then we'll finish doing our candy bar. Make sure that that's the front. And it is. Okay, let's put that back. And let's go ahead and glue this down. So that's a good tip that sometimes I forget to mention more often, that if you make a mistake, you just flip it over. So don't get hard on yourself. And you know what? Everything takes practice. I remember it took me years. I used to do nothing but scrapbooking because I was so intimidated by not doing things straight. And so it just takes practice. And what's really nice about making homemade cards, everybody, is you don't want it to be perfect. You want them to know that you made it or you purchased them. But the whole idea is that they were homemade by somebody. And to me, that is just so much more special than, I mean, if you have to get your cards in the stores, that's your personal preference. But I just think it's just an added touch. And then all you have to do is add your own words if you aren't the one making it. Okay? But that's why I provide kits. And I teach you and show you how to do it. And before you know it, you'll be teaching me because you become such an expert at it. Right? All right. Let's go ahead and, let's do that hugs and kisses just real quick on a piece of scratch. This is a gift card holder. I had a scrap here. I would rather use a scrap. Oh, here it is. So let's go ahead and stamp hugs and kisses. So my daughter is actually the one who picked out this set because in my family we always say hugs and kisses. But you could have put a little treat for you on the outside. Or you could have said, sweet friend, hugs and kisses on the inside, right? Or you could have just said, this can also be a thank you card for Christmas gifts, right? Because it's love, no matter how it's done. So let's go ahead and use the Memento Black and go ahead and stamp that. Now, sometimes you can cut the oval out first or you can stamp. It's your preference. I'm going to go ahead and I need a white one for another project that I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I get that as centered. And you know what? I don't think I like that there's, I don't like how that turned out. So let's go ahead and do that again. Okay. And then let's close this up. So all the stamping is done. Now we just get to play and put it together. Okay. So I do want that top white. So I'm just going to center this best I can, being on camera. And that way it punches out this. It's not really kind of a scallop, but, and then this is the inside. Okay. Then I need my red scrap, which is right here. And I bring it in and it's more like a, gosh, it's not really a true scallop, but it's not straight. Billy, cute. Aw, how are you doing, Billy? You feeling good today? Thank you for the compliment. I know you've had some appointments and, you know, we've all been praying for your health. And Trav called me today. He's our little miracle guy. So actually, thank you all for your prayers. He got out of ICU and then he got down to PCU and he's home. praise God. That boy keeps us appreciative of life, I'll tell you that. And thank God we are believers. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and take these glue dots again, put them on either side like so. Go ahead and pop them off. Pick up your mess, put them in the trash. I say that, but in all honesty, you should see what underneath my desk looks like. That's a whole other story. You think you're hitting the trash can and you're not. All right, so now we have our hugs and kisses. And let's go ahead and bring in one more. Well, actually, we'll do the hearts all at one time. How about that? So let's go ahead and finish this bad boy with the chocolates. So I'm going to go ahead and take the opinion of Carol, and we're going to go ahead and do these ones flat. So let's go ahead and lay all of these out real quick. And I actually don't need to waste your time with doing all this part because you see it here. But I'm going to go ahead and do one and show you how I think it should be done. In my opinion, I'm just going to put some glue on there like so. And then you try to center it best you can. And actually, I think the flat looks good too. And what I like about the flat is you have a better chance. That's why I'm suggesting to use the liquid glue, is you have a better chance of them not moving. Okay, so then what I did is I just laid them out, which I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm not going to take the time to take all these off right now. Okay, and so I start with my corners and then bring my edges around first, because you're not going to have one here, but you are going to have one here, here. So you get the gist of what I'm saying, is you just want to make sure that you don't like start in the center, okay? You're just going to continue to work your way around. So does that make sense? And I think I am going to like that this one is flat. And then so that's how we'll build that one, okay? Because I want to go ahead and show you guys some of the projects that I did do last year. Because as I had mentioned, I do have some of the paper from last year. So if you see any of them that you like, then we can go ahead, or let's see, what time is it? Well, you know what? I am going to hurry and just finish. Give me a heads up. Do you guys want to see it finished with the flat, or do you want to see the stuff that I made from last year? So while I get some responses, I'm going to go ahead and we'll continue working here to get it done. Because remember, anybody that likes, comments, and shares does get to get Happy Meal from me, which is tonight's product. Okay. A couple of you, I have some new team members that have joined Celebrate. This is the absolute perfect time. If you have ever thought about joining, now is the time to do it, because it's such a great deal. I see some of my team members on here tonight already. And so I'm very grateful and thankful for all of you. Our whole team is amazing. And, you know, people ask me why I do what I do, and it's because of this. I could just be here by myself, you know, not being able to engage with people. And even though I can't see you, I feel like we're engaging, even if it's just through comments. That actually brings me to something else. I'm going to be starting, I'm thinking Sundays after church, I'm going to be starting a Zoom. It's just a craft Zoom day. So you can come on with whatever projects you want, but it is a great way for us just to get to know each other, feed each other's ideas off of each other. And so what do you guys think about that? I provide the Zoom. You just come with your projects. Some people, they might come and just want to fellowship. They don't even want to work on anything. And then I'll always be demonstrating something. If people have an interest, like especially some of my new team members, if there's anything that they want to have me show them how to do or walk through anything, then I thought it would be fun for us just to start crafting together. Some people are quilters, some people sew. Let's see, scrapbook. I want to start showing my scrapbook pages online. Let's see, what else? What other crafts are out there? Quilling or whatever that's called. Okay, so we're getting there, you guys. I am going to go ahead and complete this because I want to make sure that when I do my random drawing that somebody's going to get this in the mail as Happy Mail. So I'm trying to hurry. So everyone will have to share with me what kind of crafting they like to do. Do you strictly do stamping? Do you do paper products? Do you do scrapbooking? I know that my sister Deborah, she does wood signs that are amazing. And she actually does kids kits as well. She's in Kansas City. So that's amazing. And it's amazing how they all come together, right? So I actually used to be a big scrapbooker. And it wasn't until, oh, I'm not even in the camera. Oh my goodness, thank you for telling me. Oh, Debbie, sounds fun. Can you, yeah, well, awesome. So I'm glad that I got a feeler that people would want to do that. And people can come and go as they want. It's just a service that I offer because I have to pay for the Zoom anyway for like for those that do the paper pumpkin with me once a month. We get together on Zoom and we do the projects together. Not gonna lie, the December was a little tough. Everything going on with Christmas and my family. With my nephew being in the hospital and then Rocky going to dog heaven. So things are getting better though. It's a new year. And Debbie, I'm a scrapbooker too. Oh, awesome. So I am going to be doing that once a month again as well. So that's on my to-do list. When I asked earlier about New Year's resolutions, I have got to get my calendar edited and fixed for the year. I like to plan things out ahead. And speaking of, I like to get a feeler of what people have purchased and if there's anything that they want me to come on and do. So if there's a particular set that you want to be shown how to get ideas from, please let me know, and I need to mark that on my calendar because my goal is to actually post ahead of time. Okay, this week I'm doing this, this, and this. If you want to, you know, do your projects along with me, then they can order it ahead of time. Or for those of you that are local, I am going to be starting classes again, so I'm excited about that. And so I'm going to be doing it out of my basement so that we have plenty of room. My basement is huge, but it's hard for some of you to go up and down the stairs. And so I would like to start doing classes again. So for now, we're doing lives like this together and my kits to go. Okay, so we are almost done, and then I get to show you some of the stuff that I actually do like the flat better. You guys will have to tell me what you think as well, but I'm trying to do it out of the camera, so I may have to come back and straighten these up a tad. Okay, so good, we're done with that. We're almost done. And then we can look at the stuff from last year. And it's not even all of it. It's just, I have other containers too that, oh my goodness, I have to tell you, I like this one so much better. Other than trying to get it straight, because I don't want to put my head in camera. But you get the gist of it, right? Okay, so then what I did is I came in, okay, I don't know how Lori had the patience to do this, as a perfectionist as she is too. I'm gonna have to do that later. Okay, so let's take our pick tool and go ahead, and I alternated the hearts. Okay, so I'm just gonna put one there, and you can put one on every other one. You can put one on every one if you want. It's entirely up to you. Just because I give you the idea of how I did it doesn't mean that that's the way you have to do it, obviously. And what I do like people to do is, I love being cased. And so I would love to see that if you guys do this too, go ahead and post it in the comments and let us know what yours looks like. And if you have any recommendations of how you would do it differently. That's the fun of it. That's why we are all in this together, right? And I think, I did let that one. Oh, that's right, because I wanted it to be the level of that. But now I didn't go as high, so we may not want this to be that high. Let's play it by ear. So this I did glue down flat. We are almost done with these cute as a button chocolates. And I guess I can say that I've had chocolate for Valentine's Day and I didn't even gain a pound, right? So I'm just going to use, I'm going to use this as my ballpark of roughly where, what is that? I want that to go, but not push down too hard. And then just make sure, oh my goodness, have I been out of the screen again? The camera is not my friend tonight because I dropped a thing behind my desk earlier. Let's see. I think that looks about right. Boy, you guys need to keep me on my toes because the computer is lagged, so I can't see it right away. It takes a couple of seconds for it to play catch up. Okay, so now we have our ribbon, and that's the real red silky ribbon, which is what I love. And I'm going to go ahead and take a glue dot. I keep either a clip or a tie on here. I'm not liking this little ribbon here because it doesn't stay tight. So I'm going to have to go back to my clip. But you get the idea that you want to have it spooling. And so you take your tied bow, you go like this, and then what my preference is I come in underneath, and then I go ahead and put it roughly where I want it, like so, okay? And then go ahead and put it back. I keep a lot of my tools and adhesive in little containers like this. People are always asking how I do things. So that's what I do there. All right, everybody. Let's see. So now that turned out really cute. Just needs to be straightened up just a tad. But take your paper snips. I put ribbon on mine to make sure that they stay for just ribbon. Okay. And then maybe like so. All right. So what do you guys think of tonight's projects? Do you think that you'll be able to go home, go to your craft room and do it as well? So here's both of these. And remember that we are having some great sales right now in my online store, craftslatte.com. Click shop now. Please make sure that when you are placing orders to use the host code. Please, 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 when you check out, use the host code. That's how I'm able to give you Happy Mail, Prize Patrol for drawings and different things. And so there's those from tonight. Now, I have this whole container, so I appreciate you sticking on with me, of stuff that I made from last year. And I'm not going to lie, it's just kind of thrown in here. So this is a fun thing that I did. My sister is a special ed teacher, and I'm going to show you how I do this. So they actually have those candies that will fit in here. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I think that that's really busy doing it that way. So let's do it one at a time real quick. So you can either put pencils in it for your students, or if you have like a pen pal with your grandchildren, this is really cute to be able to give that to them, because if you don't want to always be giving candy, then that's really cute. Okay, let's put that over there. And then I've got This is a cute little treat holder. You can put candle tea lights in there. You can put candy. You can put bath bombs. Whatever you want to do. You can tie this in a bow and then put a tag there. Okay. You could just say, love you lots or whatever. And then you could take the alternating string and tie that. Okay. This is very easy. You'll see me use the tag punch a lot. So I try to incorporate different ways to use different projects. And that was using the tag topper. This is one of the cards that we did at the bingo. So you open it up like so. And this one didn't get finished stamping on the inside, but these were punched. These were embossed hearts first through the Stampin' Cut and embossing machine, and then punched out. And then this just ties real cute in a bow. I loved this ribbon, but it is retired now. And then, so how I did this is you can tell that I try to use the same product on different projects. So for example, this one, well, for goodness sakes, oh well. Again, I used the tag topper here, okay? And so the tag topper was also used here. Okay, so let's continue to go on. This one's really cute. We had doilies last year. I still have some of those. And then look, you open it up this way and the little heart candies were on the inside. So this was fun. Little project. And then there's this one. These are our see-through boxes, our acetate boxes. I love these. And so this just opens up like so. And then you put the candies in there. And then you just put it in like so. And then this is just double layering of the hearts. I used this one tonight. Okay. And I love the polka dotted. Oh, you know what? The polka dotted ribbon would be cute on here too. Look at that. That would have been really cute. So just, do you see the difference that just by switching up some of the product, just utilizing all the materials you have. So like if people were to order kits and I didn't have any more of the real red, then they could have a choice. Do you want the white polka dot or the red? And that quick, it makes a difference. Let's see. This is just a card using different punch outs with different colors. Very simple, just some layering. I did a lot of stuff last year with the B set. Oh my gosh. Now that I think about it, okay, this is one where they use the little, oh my goodness, what is he called? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember him. But anyway, he was popular. That was a celebration little guy out of there. This one, we did a fold over, just a ribbon there. Just real fun and simple. Again, using the reversible paper. And this last year's paper, this was actual designer series paper that the heart punched out. Okay. So again, if you're liking any of this, all you have to do is ask me if I still have the kits. Oh my goodness, this is one of my favorites that I did last year. This was for my daughter. No, yeah, this was for my daughter because Maddie is Madison Faith, and she spells it M-A-T-T-I-S-O-N, Maddie for short. And so what I did for my daughter Abigail, who we call Abby, A-B-B-I, these are the little Dove chocolates, and hers, she still has it to this day, says A-B-B-I. I had to get like 6 bags of chocolates in order to get the A-B-B-I. No lie. But look at how cute that is. This is, again, using the tag punch. This is one of my favorite things. I did this for both my daughters. And so that's where you would put your message. Okay. And then this is from the Stitch So Sweetly. I use that one a lot. So I don't know why I am so out of the camera tonight. Let me bring it this way. So sorry. Just keep letting me know. And let's see. This is just a fun card where we just took the circle punch. So punches are a great thing to have. And you can use them over and over and over. And then you just open it up and it says, love you lots. So that is just punching out the circle there. Okay. And then this one is just another fold over one. This is another fun one, another treat bag. But instead of using the punch, let's say you didn't have the punch, then you would just use this. This is the paper. And then it's just a corner rounder. And then an oval die cut. Oh my goodness, you know what? So I had to use a die cut for this, but look at this. I just realized that this might fit. Let me do it this way. Wow, that is perfect. But if you don't have the punch, then I showed how to do this. And how cute is that? Okay. But I have some. So here's the heart doilies. And this is a fun one. I actually had gotten this idea and I switched it up a little bit from another demonstrator last year. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but this is a real fun one from my heart to yours. And it's just cutting your paper at a diagonal and then putting the heart on the inside as well. And then we also do envelopes. You always want to make sure that when you have designer series paper, like for this card here, I would probably put, you know, something here and then put the designer series paper here, just to spruce it up a little bit. Let's see, what else do we have in here? This is another heart one where you put, this is the candy bar holder, and you put the candy bar and it rolls up and down. But it's not attached right now. But this is a cute Valentine one, and then the candy bar went inside of it. So do you guys have a favorite yet? This is just a real plain card that I just did with layering of the paper with some of the die cuts there. This one, I was telling you, I did a bunch with the B set last year, and I embossed this and just brought in some other colors. I still actually have this set and a lot of this paper, but I really don't like to come online and show retired product unless I know that I have kits available or product, and so I can offer them until they're gone, and then otherwise I wouldn't be showing them. But the reason I'm showing them to you tonight is if you like any of them, all you have to do is just incorporate this year's paper, but I have the templates, and that's why I love coming on with all of you, is to show you how to do that in the most cost-effective way that we can. This is a fun one that I did for my daughter as well. I just loved how this turned out. I've always wanted to do an envelope on a card with hearts coming out of it, and so this was my baby girl's card from last year. And then this one, I'm not supposed to have treats, but how funny, there's a sucker in here from last year. And actually, these are still the original chocolates. I bet those are pretty nasty, but I'm not going to break in. But this is really cute. These are cute for little kids, you know, for your students or classmates, whatever. So that was fun. Let's see, now I've got a hot mess over my desk. But you know what? I think that that's about all there is for that. I have several other things, but not that are Valentine. But I do want to take a minute to show everybody. Everyone kept asking my Christmas cards, and now I don't know what I did with my actual Christmas card, my Santa card. But let me go ahead and get these out of the way. But I wanted to show you the special order. Look at how pretty this turned out. This is still a current, this is this one retired, but look at how pretty this is. This is the milk can. But this, I really like how this turned out. This was a special order that I did, but it just goes to show you some of the different folds that we can do. I was so excited to show you, now that everybody in my family had gotten their cards. Well, I'll just have to show it another time. So anyway, a lot of information, but I wanted to show you how fun it is just by switching up the paper and the ribbon or the colors, how fun and different everything can be. So again, I thank you so much for coming on with me tonight at Crafts a Latte. If there's anything that you would like to have me show you from the annual catalog, the mini catalog, the celebration catalog, I would absolutely love to have input, because what I might like, you may not like, and that doesn't mean that it's not a nice project. It just means that we've got some different taste. So I want to hear from all of you. Please, if you have a color scheme that you want me to show you, if you have a tip that you want me to show you, please just let me know. You can comment, you can message me, you can call me, text me. I'm here to be your guide to being creative. So thank you so much for joining me, and if not tomorrow, I will see you Saturday morning for coffee and a card. Everybody have a very blessed rest of your night, and we will be online again soon. Bye-bye now.